Hi, welcome to the Online Jewelry Academy. I'm John Ahr and I'm your instructor. Today I'm going to be talking about solder. Solder comes in two different forms, sheet and wire, and it comes in various melting temperatures. The three that are most commonly used in the jewelry industry are hard, medium, and easy. Hard has the highest melting temperature and should be used for most of your soldering operations. That way you leave the opportunity for a subsequent jeweler who may need to make a repair or resize something, the opportunity to drop down to a lower melting temperature. Now, to prepare your solder for your projects, you need to cut it into pallions. Pallions are generally 1 millimeter square. Now, if you're using wire solder, you may need to change the profile of the solder before you cut it. The reason for this is because the profile starts out round, and that could roll off of a project while you're soldering. So what you want to do is flatten it out a little bit. The easiest way to do this is to take your wire solder to a striking surface like a bench block, and using a hammer, just lightly tap it and change the profile. If you don't have a bench block, you could use something like the striking surface on a vise. Once you've cut the piece, or once you've hammered the piece into a new profile, it's easy to snip with diagonal cutters into the proper length. Now, if you're using sheet solder, before you begin cutting, be sure to take a scribe and scribe the letter designation to the sheet solder all over its surface so that when you cut down to the smallest piece, you still know what type of solder you have. Then, create a little container to hold that solder, and be sure to put the letter designation on the top and on the bottom of the box. That way you'll know if the top gets separated from the box, what solder you still have. Now, to cut the solder, you first need to use shears to cut a fringe. Once you have a fringe, you want to just simply cut the solder into 1 by 1 millimeter squares and let them drop into your box. And then you should be ready to start soldering. Be sure that you close the containers tightly too so that they don't go everywhere if you happen to drop them. I hope that these tips help you with your projects. Good luck, and check out our other videos on the onlinejewelryacademy.com. Thanks for watching.